So who say MP before Jimmy or Parliament? You say Afenyo about vetting committee or Jimmy. Do not panic. The guy is naturally foolish, and he's basically becoming a one-man minority. He wants it to be about him because he believes the people behind him Jimmy, and you can see some of the NPP MPs are still not thinking. And the sticker or the who Jimmy or Parliament, they still don't understand where they are. So what we need to do is to finish them kwata kwata. And the kwata finalization, to make sure by 2028 I can depart 3 or Parliament, and that is my new focus. Because also Obia Jimmy now man the opportunity to reason, to be smart, to understand the say, oh, me Jimmy way the bedru hana nipano, unim say they can do it, and they decide deliberately not to be reasonable, then you help them to die. And that is what you are going to help the NPP do. Because a whole political party, after losing an election, you lost an election over 1.7 million. Your candidate got 38.2%. What do you have to be doing now? This is not the time for you to be going on radio or standing in Parliament to prove to Ghanaians say, no. This is the time for you to reflect. This is the time for you to understand some of your actions. You have to basically re-look at your actions, your utterances, your body language, your gesture. This is the time to have a re-look at the way you do things. But you can see that these people are naturally born foolish, that they are still in that mood, thinking, say, they still have power. They can still fool, because in their brains, majority of the people who vote for the NPP are stupid. In say Jimmy, they are still not getting the reality. You can see an MPP executive, you can see a general secretary, a national youth organizer will sit on radio and be telling you, say, then you hear the general secretary, oh, this election, we lost it, spirituality, they still don't want the people to understand this. So, Jimmy, they led them to this. And that is what is missing. In 2016, when the NDC lost elections, you realize that the party itself quelled in. The quelling in is having a respect. They looked into themselves. They decided to look back and analyze the party. The elders of the party sat down to be like, we cannot be having the same gesture, body language out there. So you saw that the party took a step back. The flag bearer, then John Mahama, took a step back. The party leadership took a step back, and they took a decision that was difficult by looking deep to know where they actually went wrong. But this is the situation where we have a political party that has lost with the biggest margin in the history of this country, 1.8 million. 1.8 million. And these fools are still telling us Ghanaians, say, they have some group of people somewhere who did not vote. In less than a month, they are out there campaigning. So you see the Mustafa guy, who is their national youth organizer, sitting on radio and saying, oh, Mahamudu Bawumia na wasa oba, where Jimmy? Is the party about Bawumia? Who are going to work for Bawumia? Is it the same fools? What are you looking at? Ediena Moshe. The party is enshrined in foolishness. Oka obisa udi omatem. Obwe Jimmy, because they still think, say, Obia Odi party lechibia Jimmy Sachema to me. And that is my problem with these people. But we have a country to build. We have a nation to build. We have people who are willing to respect us and to serve us. And that's the most important thing as a nation. They think before they act. They look at us, how we feel before they take decisions. And then so who in their right senses will say, I am going to leave this kind of leadership at Mahamadi and this NPP part, NDC party that has shown maturity to go and vote for NPP or follow the NPP. No, that's why I'm saying that whatever you see in Parliament, whatever propaganda they are selling out there, as the Ghanaian, do not panic, because the party is being led by a fool, a temperamental fool who does not know what he wants. And that is Afenyo market. And sometimes you see some of their behaviors, some of their utterances. You ask yourself, say, me MPP, where are we headed? The party is heading nowhere. The party is heading for destruction, a total annihilation, destruction of that party. And I will lead that charge. Until the NPP reflects, starts to respect the people, starts to understand that we cannot be taken for granted. We will make sure that party is finished to the core. Because we cannot allow a group of foolish old men and women to take this country for granted, even at a point where they know that they have disappointed. They have stolen from the people. They have disrespected and killed the people. They have gone against the Constitution of the Republic. They have disrespected Ghana. They still do not want to have that kind of reason. They are just making us think, say, they are still intelligent than us. Don't panic. Don't be worried. Feel pity for them. Because me, Ekwameteha, and the people on Loud Silence TV, am I ready to make sure the right thing is done? I will do everything possible to make sure NPP go. And you see, this is not personal. This is not because Metai NPP. It is because the leadership of the party is stupid. Get this right. When the leadership changes, when they start to reason, when they start to become intelligent, think about the people and think about the intelligence of the people, we will all come to the table and say, this party, we can have a real look at it after 32 years. But what I am seeing now, no intelligent Ghanaian will get up one day and say, I want to follow the NPP. Why are you following the NPP? What do they stand for? What do they believe in? What is the party representing? And these are things, they are hard for people to tell them, but I will tell them. Let's get serious as a people. We are never going to go back to where we were again. Never. We will never go back to what the NPP put we through. Never again. And if we will have to sacrifice our lives to protect Ghana from not going back to the Ekufuado Bawumia NPP kind of governance, we will never, we will do it. Because at a point, this party NPP did not care about Ghana near Kwara or Nam Street. They did not care. They were enshrined and they were thirsty for power. They killed, they murdered. They were happy and they laughed about the plight of the people. So people like us, and we don't want to help these fools to take us back there. We need to get these things right. Never again. Say, and the way a Ghana near Ghana and there, don't you feel safe? When you hear John Mahama speak, don't you feel honored to be a Ghanaian? When you hear John Mahama's appointment, or share the kind of people he's selecting, appointing, so you're Ghanaian, don't you feel proud? When he speaks, don't you feel some kind of calmness and respect and maturity? Don't you see, say, you are living in a country being led by intelligent people? So who in their right senses will say, in Kwasiafo way again, MPP, let me go and bring this group of twerps, political insects, tribal, dysfunctional bigots to come lead this country again? No. I'm not going anywhere. And the people on this platform, we are all here. I am going to stay until I get to that point when Nyankopon beka say, Kevin, that's it for you. We are not going anywhere. And I keep saying, say, you the no kre ebegu MPP. Yeah, yana say. Yeah, yana say. Upon all the things that happen, yenya MPP who say omo di Ghana bone. Upon the omo Ghana nyina no. You don't see it in their statements. You don't see it in their actions. They are so they feel so entitled. Say, yeah, there was the power. Kwasiafo with the power in nine beso. Huh? With the power in nine beso. At a point, these fools, Brian Champon, the gay guy, what's his name? Lord Comey, they were standing on stage telling Ghanaians, Ekufuado Jimmy Wewes, he was telling us, I will not hand over power. Now Baumia Jimmy Sujina stage is he's happy because it was going in his favor. Near Tigana ha a software ahemfo. we saw all these utterances. We knew that where we were, the democracy was basically slipping through our fingers. They all saw these nonsense. They were quiet. Today, they have become the all-intelligent software himfo. They want to direct how this country should go. We fought to redeem this nation, to save our democracy. We will make the decisions, and not you old twerps. 2025 season in start here. Ahumana eka 2024 na michu chano. 2024. Micha material no. Ahumana keka no ene na mi yini Hemens na mi yino. Officially 2025 me starti bibia. Yeti kroma nipe ewu nipe ebre na bode mokwasi esa sisifia. Egu meme so. Mojin sa santifoni biye jimi. And you used Asante. Asante said baked. The NPP played around Asante to say Asante be a Jimmy. They sit on TV and make it look like say Asante for moi, a mere political party. A fucking mere political party. Any leader, any principles. Chairman won to me, boy, yeah, they need time more sampa. To me tonight radio so. Ewa santimemu na ye dia santifo atem in the name say ye your political party your power, and nobody was speaking. And if we had allowed this to happen, if people like us and other good people who were speaking out, if we all had quelled in Japan, they be by federal court. Do you know how much it takes to be at the federal court? Over $200,000. I deal with 4 lawyers. All these things should have stopped us from doing what we were doing. Do you know? But the priority was to save also MPP now, also was to save you not to be shot like a dog on the street because we were being led by animals. Yatia na man 40 radio TV so Ghana journalists both say adanya Kede Japan so Oba America the Kevin Taylor court adanya Kevin Taylor kind of wasem. And we saw Ghanaians jubilating. Adanya Kevin Taylor yamfane ko court. Mo Kevin Taylor say yabehwe what bodam a pete no kura motena na se pete no mo ni MPP nkwasiafo wetena ye Ghana for ni omotena ye John Mahama na Ghana for ntimi ni omotena. NPP will be in opposition for 32 years. Market. Someone from Nyansa Amwa me yanchechire Ghana ni year. Monkwasia tribal party no, it will be in opposition for 32 years. And that is when we will consider. After 32 years, no, now you're yes, yeah, but MPP. Now for a year consider in nine. Afedi yeti ha ye be hwe de be si. Say John Mahama, message John Mahama o move a petrol nko 80. Ye be gina ha defend John Mahama. Say mbo me ma metuo. Me okay. Ana yantam Ghana ejapade nya ma jankroma. I'm good. Ana yatam bibia magabi. Dabi John Mahama oni gabi. Ana won say John Mahama busu for 50 wa ban mu. As far as me hu say I am good. John Mahama betum the diesel akọ 3,000 a liter. I am fine because the bush for 50 near Bemu. Oh, dying. And I'm going to say, you nine, you go Ghana. Oh, and I'm going to say, Jimmy. Oh, per scandal. 2,890, 2,008, I saying, W. Mrs. meant to so. Send her saying, 5,000. Mrs. the figure, I remember me. Meant to so. Oh, bottom. When you na mugu TikTok, munim said the near question nye ye boni patuo economy na say for the arrogant but omi atwantro enkwasiade Samira tina baby electoral commissioner den na bodo mokwasia mu hu fi gugu abrochire soso aden ye kuro mu party enti ye nyina ye nkowu ende mu nyina mu bewu ansa na ye nyina ye wu me say mo pa 2024 28 mamonto aba emphobia and this be winning. John Mahama, the Okachire Ghana for will deliver 30%, and this will be in power for 40 years, and he would deliver. And then the Musrono, and then I'm more panicking, and then I'm more the difference between governing and ruling. Kwasiafo be ruling Ghana. Ni parfumi to sell Lord come to me, Jina Pemka say, own jai power. Brane champon kwasia we to me gina ni penim na ahemfo nyina ye din obi ankasa aden ya kwasia tribal party or power enti kwatebotofo no de yenye din ye twa mo be ma na mo de wo mema tintin gram mpanka anka nsemo motete wona kwasia sam me anka hwe na munim hita ye de ba mo ana me hwe se sometimes nan say mitimi na wa na ma hwe de ko social media ne parliament ana mesre me when I am not that me MPP ankasa to sa ekufo the regime way the scandals na ewom ni me nyan wie yo ansa na Mahama ne NDC for so me the 4 years finish it scandals no me nyan wie ye unim scandals e wo wo bodam ye wie de wo ho ye de ko enim ya pile intimenya wadwene say ye ko bebia o ya pile intimacy scandals na me nyan wie no e wo say me expose ni nyina and it will take me 8 years ope foforo usika so a woni anufuo okoto nkranwom aboa bi ba shege 25,000 flats one scandal munja mo no bleedi me say I will insult if you also like go and insult me mediatem yes I have a reason for insulting and I'll always insult constructively. What was about ready about them that me dini part because ni people ha among person badwini say nipa amudwini say moa enti don't think say I'm going to stop. I am going to still insult ko bia wudi ne ko kanya mesem. Go open your platform and go preach. You start here say na moka kire kwasiafo. All right, now let me talk to John Mahama's the new appointees. She ye be di batema mo ho ayira mo say ye jai. Ne ye jai ko di